Hey guys, welcome to Mr. Kevin's STEM or STEAM Craft here at Washington Park Library, coming at you virtually. I hope you are well. I am super excited today because we have a wonderful craft that's combining two of my favorite things, crafts and candy. Yes, we're going to need some Skittles today. M&M's will work, but I suggest some Skittles, and we'll go into that. Let's go over what we'll need today for today's crafts. So I went outside this morning and I grabbed a couple of leaves. Okay, we're going to grab some leaves. Something to hold your water and your Skittles. I have a nice paint tray, but just the top of a plastic container will do. One paintbrush. One white crayon, very important. I took the paper off this because I'm going to be rubbing it back and forth like this. All right, so one white crayon without the wrapper on it, a little warm water, and then I got some paper. Now for today's paper, I'm using something called watercolor paper. It's a little bit thicker. It'll absorb a little of the water. I find it works best, but if you want to use a paper towel, whatever you want to use is fine with me, and I'm sure it'll work. Experimenting is fun. So, how are we going to do this today? Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to open the Skittles. No eating them. Okay, maybe eat a couple. Okay, I'm going to dump them out here. Okay, and I'm going to have two paint trays. So we're going to open this up. Got one stuck in here. Sticking. All right, and I'm going to put a couple of yellow. I'm going to put 3 yellow in one, 3 red in another. Ooh, we only got 1 orange there. A couple of green here. And a couple of purple here. Now, I got a couple extra yellows. So see how I did that? Okay, I just put them in individual areas. Now, if you are lucky enough to have more Skittles, we're going to do this. I'm going to put these all next to each other, and I'm just do one of each color. Okay, see how I did that? All right. All right, so these are our extra. Okay, those in there. Eat those later. Okay, now we're going to start this paint off. So we're just going to pour a little bit of water. Now, if you're uncomfortable pouring the water, please don't make a mess, but please ask an adult for some help. So I'm going to pour a little bit of water on each one. Now you don't need a lot because the Skittles will start to break down almost immediately. Okay, so I'm just filling these guys up here. We're going to let them sit. Okay, and for this one here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour a little water on this half of the okay. All right. Okay, and we're just going to let those sit. Now, we're going to take our piece of paper here, and now there's 2 sides to the leaf. What we're going to do is we're going to take, this is the kind of the soft side, and then this side is where all the leaf veins are. You could feel them. They're like little bumps. Okay, and this is a circulatory system of the leaf. So we're going to have that facing up. So the ridges on the upside. And then we're going to do 2, I'm going to do 2 or 3 of my leaves. Okay, facing up. Okay, again, you're going to feel smooth on one side, and then you can feel the ridge here. And this is the leaf circulatory system. So I'm going to put these down, and it doesn't matter. Put them down anyway. And then I'm going to put this paper on top. Then I'm just going to hold it down. Then I'm going to take our crayon, and I'm just going to go back and forth. And we're just going to be getting a relief or a rubbing of the leaf circulatory system. So let's try it. Okay, and you can feel it coming through. And you want to just hold it still. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. Okay, but essentially you are making almost like an invisible leaf print. Can you see that? I can't. Let's see what happens now. All right, so now we're done with our leaves, so put them away nicely. Okay, now look at this. Can you see the paint? Yeah, really cool. So this one, the paint all moved together, but we got the red on one side and you got the green on the other. And what I'm going to do is I can actually turn these over to get the more color off of them. Yeah. So you can do that with yours. Okay, and this paint is already mixing. Okay, as you can see. And then this paint here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but yeah, it almost all came off. So now what we're going to do is, now this is like a watercolor type paint. We're going to gently, just lightly dip. Okay, I think orange is going to be a good color, so we're going to do some orange. And we're just going to do a light wash over the paper. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to do some orange here. Okay, and we're just going to do orange down this way. Ooh, it's almost magic when it starts to come in. All right, I'm going to get a little of this red. Okay, here. Okay. Okay, get some of this red. And yeah, as you do this, you can see the leaves coming almost out of the paper. Okay, and I'm going to brush this up. Ooh, this is looking cool. All right, so we're going to do some purple here. Okay, oh yeah, the purples are good. Now, these aren't strong colors, okay, but you can see what's going to happen. Okay. Oh, this is turning out really good. Okay, and we'll get a little, maybe we'll do some green over here. Okay, and one thing you could do is once you find where the leaves are, you can kind of do a little painting on them just themselves. All right, so we got some good markings here. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is, if you have any extra paper, I got this other piece of the same paper. I'm going to put it over and blot it out like this. Okay. And again, remember, this is not like regular painting. This is like a light watercolor. But once we do that, we can see what we get. Can you guys see that? I know it looks awful light, but we got a leaf lines here, okay, and a leaf here, and a leaf here. Very light color, but this is something that you can keep going back into. And once the paint is really there, okay, you can really keep going back over and over and over. And that white crayon is going to leave an area that will not take paint. So you can just keep going on that, and you can keep adding colors. And eventually you will get a lovely painting. Get a little orange here. But this is one of my favorite types of experiments because we did a little science And we did a little bit of fun. Who doesn't like to eat a little candy? Okay, and then we did a little art. Oh, some of my favorites. Some of my favorites. Okay, so we're going to let this sit for a little bit longer. And again, you can blot it and keep painting, or you can just let it dry like this. And then afterwards, if it's a little curly, you can put it underneath a couple of books. Only after it's dry, because you don't want to get books wet. Water and books do not go together. Well, this has been wonderful. I'm going to continue working on this the rest of the day, but I hope it gave you guys a couple of cool ideas for what fall artwork can be and what paint can be. We didn't get this out of a tube. We didn't have to go to the store. I mean, you might need to go buy some Skittles, but hopefully you got some Skittles for Halloween. All right, so I'm going to just do a little bit more here, and then I will show you the last bit. And then you guys can get on to doing it yourself. But yeah, we'll just do a little bit of the paint here and there. And again, it's going to be like a light wash. You can use some of this paint here, although this one's a little more watered down. If you want a stronger color, just use a little bit less water. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do, yeah, I like the purple. Okay, oh, this is really lovely. So we got some lovely leaves. Oh, this is really great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today for Mr. Kevin's STEM or STEAM Craft. Today, our Skittles nature painting, with all we needed was leaves, some Skittles, a white crayon, and some water, essentially. Wonderful. Well, you have a great day today, and I hope you try this project out and enjoy it. And I will see you soon. I'll be here next week for Mr. Kevin's virtual STEM or STEAM Craft here at Washington Park Library. If you have an opportunity, please check out all the wonderful videos on the Providence Community Library YouTube website, the YouTube channel, and there's so many great story times. They are absolutely wonderful. And don't forget to see Miss Amy here 6:30 on Thursday for her coloring or book craft time. It's wonderful. It's a lot of fun and so relaxing. Well, thank you much for joining me today. Have a great and wonderful day. Enjoy the weather. It's warming up. And if you find yourself bored, do what I do. Get creative. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. You want to see the end result? Really cool. Thank you.